6:48 back if you're just waking up with our top stories in our Sunrise Smart Start and breaking stories right now. A woman is in the hospital after a hit and run here in the city.
It happened just before 11 on St. Paul Street near Upper Falls Boulevard. Upon arrival, officers say they found the 37-year-old victim, the woman there, injured. She is expected to be okay. However, the striking vehicle was nowhere to be found. If you think you know anything here, please come forward. Call 911.
Staying with issues we've had on the road, your Sunrise traffic update here approaching 6:50. Just getting word from RPD of the issue we've been telling you about at Clifford Ave and Barron Street. There were two people on bicycles who were hit by a car going the same direction there early this morning around 5:30 with police still on scene. We're told both victims on the bikes are expected to make a recovery, but that is another hit and run. The car that hit those bicyclists still has not been found. Also breaking, a man from Canandaigua is facing animal cruelty charges after Ontario County Sheriff's deputies say they found at least 5 horses standing in manure so high 5 to 6 feet tall, the horses could not get out of their stables. The man arrested is 75-year-old Alan Shrivner. On top of that, we're told several bones were discovered in an exterior corral that was attached to the barn on the property, and that belonged to 3 horses found dead. The 5 horses still alive had hay to eat but little water. At this time, those animals have been removed from that property.
In another similar and disturbing case, a Farmington man, 68 years old, Edward Perdue, faces animal cruelty charges after deputies there found 2 dead horses in his care. Additionally, we're told 4 other horses, all alive, discovered on the property with no food or water. Deputies say they found them standing in a horse stall filled with around 30 inches of manure there. Those horses seized and taken to a local livestock location to be cared for. Perdue issued an appearance ticket, and deputies tell us more charges here are pending.
We've also learned a 20-year-old motorcyclist has died after a crash involving a school bus with students on board here in Rochester. This video is from the time of the accident at Lake Avenue and Burley Road around 5 yesterday afternoon. Police say the man on the bike died at the scene. No one that was on the bus, including the children, were injured.
Students, faculty, and friends of a recent Spencerport High School graduate mourning her death after she was identified as the victim of this deadly car crash in Parma Sunday morning. 18-year-old Maria Ikes was driving down Burritt Road when deputies say another car driven by 33-year-old Alexander Hackett rear-ended her car. Hackett taken to the hospital where he was arrested, and he's been charged with vehicular manslaughter.
Arrests have now been made in 2 separate homicide cases in Rochester. We begin with one on Thurston Road, where Sunday police say 24-year-old Shaquan Woods was found dead, shot inside of a home. We're told his girlfriend, 31-year-old Shayla Batanzas, shot him after a fight. She is charged with manslaughter. She is due for arraignment at City Court at 9:30.
And in that second case, separate from the investigation here, last month, a 21-year-old now charged with murder after police say he shot and killed another man, then left the state. Officers say Cesar Manuel Soto Roman shot 54-year-old Jose Caraballo after an argument last month, May 3rd. Caraballo died days later in the hospital, and we're told that the two did live in the same apartment building on Avenue D. Shortly after this shooting, police say Soto Roman left Rochester. He was arrested in Ohio, where officers say that he was found with a loaded handgun. He was already wanted on a weapons charge out of Puerto Rico, so police are still working to bring this suspect back to Rochester.
We now know the identity of the victim who was shot outside the Tops in Waterloo Sunday, identified as 47-year-old Antonio Caban Ortiz, shot in the face while inside a vehicle. Officers tell us when they got there, they did quickly locate the suspect, 35-year-old Jose Garcia Velen, and arrested him right on the spot. He is charged with assault at this point. Ortiz was airlifted to Upstate Hospital in Syracuse, where, as the latest update, yesterday he remained in critical condition. The police chief there in Seneca Falls says they believe this was an isolated incident. Opening statements begin this morning in the federal gun trial for Hunter Biden. This case is in Wilmington, Delaware. The president's son is accused of lying on a federal gun purchase form when he said he wasn't a drug addict. Hunter Biden has pleaded not guilty to 3 felony charges and says he's being unfairly targeted by the Justice Department. The case did eventually go to trial now after a plea deal collapsed last year.
Well, June is finally here, and so are some warmer temperatures, especially today. So you want to get out for those summer activities in full swing.
Yeah, maybe not the big lake, maybe the canal. How about that, getting out on the water? Iran Spitzer has been out on the water for about an hour and a half now, just hopped out. She's talking with members of the Erie Canal Boat Company, where they have paddleboard tours for everyone. Iran.
Guys, we're still here with Peter. Now, I wanted to talk about this unique bench. When I got on, it was the best experience getting on a kayak I've ever had in my life. It was easy breezy and did not require me to wiggle and fall over. So what is this?
This is actually our accessible launch. I'm sitting right here, a transfer bench that allows somebody from a wheelchair to easily transfer onto the bench, and then they can slowly and methodically move down to the kayak.
And then you kind of pull yourself out, right? Like we did?
And transfer in, yes. And on the way out, you're doing the same thing. You're using the straps and the bars to get up onto the transfer bench and work your way out.
And getting out was, of course, never a graceful process, no matter how you do it.
Never a graceful process. Never at all.
Tell me a little bit about the other adaptive equipment you have going on, bicycles, kayaks.
Well, we have a number of adaptive tricycles that give people an opportunity that have a limited balance to ride the canal path. We've used foot braces that will strap the foot to the cycle pedal. That allows a good leg to push and pull and move people around on the canal path.
Yeah, and of course, you know, we used some of those adaptive gear, but thank you so much for your time today. Guys, we had a great day here today. Tossing it back to you.
Yeah, they've had a great time out there on the water all morning.
Yes, just seeing how everyone can get out there, share that with family and friends and enjoy that. Please, a reminder here, Thursday, we need your help. It is our pet food pantry drive, teaming up with Lollipop Farm for this. So come on by our station here off Humboldt Street in the afternoon from 4:30 to 6 and donate some pet food. If you do so, you'll be entered for a chance to win some free tickets for Bills and Chiefs coming up later on this year, all part of our Founders Day of Caring. Yes.
All right, love that. And hey, that's going to happen just in time for these temps to drop off a bit here, James.
That's right. If you're not a fan of the heat, we've got much more comfortable weather around the corner. So let's get through today and tomorrow. Mid-80s for you. Still dodging maybe an isolated shower or thunderstorm this afternoon, but most of us are dry. Keyword isolated with that. Tomorrow we do the same. We'll crank up the temperatures, mid-80s, but those thunderstorms are likely for a bigger group of people. A lot of us seeing those storms, and that's the same for the rest of the weekend into the weekend.
Then this weekend, we all get 70, 71. How about that?
Yeah, that's the high. Most of the days in the 60s.
Incredible. Thank you so much for watching us here this morning at Sunrise. We'll see you back here in 30.
Have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.